So I said earlier that Jersey City has become the economic backbone of the state, with economic growth, housing development, attracting businesses large and small, and ultimately accruing tax revenue that alleviates the financial burdens of Jersey City, but also of the entire state of New Jersey. I want to put that into perspective a little bit. So let's start with, since 2013, there's over 17,000 units have been approved by planning and zoning boards here in Jersey City. So a big number. During that same time, over 15,000 residential certificate of occupancies were also approved. Additionally, between new development and expanding property values, this year we are collecting more than $1 billion additional in property tax revenues from when we started. In fact, during my administration, our property market values have jumped over $20 billion in 10 years here in Jersey City. So all of this points to the fact that our local economy has proven to be resilient, it's proven to be strong, and we are a city where people can feel confident they can invest. Over the last 10 years as mayor, we've introduced 7 budgets with no tax increases on the municipal side, as I've been exceptionally mindful of your finances. But it's not lost on me that last year was a difficult year with a large tax increase on the heels of COVID. And I wish we could have avoided it. The reality is the pandemic did create havoc on our budget. This year, despite national inflation of 6% and unprecedented cost increases for goods and services, we'll introduce a budget with only a 2% increase in your taxes, and that equates to about $7 a month on the average house. We're getting back to the basics of financial stability and delivering a tax bill that is well below the rate of inflation. With all the financial hardships that residents are dealing with on a personal level, we don't want to add to that burden with a large tax increase. Importantly, though, a livable city is not only mindful of your personal finances from a tax standpoint, but it's also focused on affordability. Jersey City has punched above our weight with the state's affordability challenges, despite the fact that our neighbors aren't building nearly enough housing in their cities, and that puts pricing pressure on cities like us. Beyond market rate housing that I mentioned earlier, we have taken aggressive steps to move forward on affordable housing more than anywhere else in New Jersey. Our actions that this city council have done will lay the foundation for future generations to grow their families here in Jersey City. Use Bayfront as an example. If the Bayfront redevelopment had proceeded under the original plans, only 5% of the 8,000 units slated for that site would have been affordable for low and middle income families. However, I saw an opportunity along with the city council, and we've increased the affordable housing requirement exponentially. And plainly speaking, what that means is we've increased the number of affordable units to the site from 400 to 2,800 affordable units when it's finished. It's a big number. And beyond Bayfront, you tell me, what other city do you know that is finding ways to acquire and expand new public housing in their city? I can tell you Jersey City is. Despite public housing shortages nationwide, Jersey City is actually adding to our public housing inventory. For the first time in 40 years, we recently acquired a new building that will transform into 100% affordable housing in partnership with the Jersey City Housing Authority. Also with the Housing Authority, just last month, we announced ambitious plans to redevelop Holland Gardens into a model mixed-income community. The project not only preserves all 192 existing affordable units with the right of return for the existing current residents, but we're also expanding affordability by adding more units set aside for seniors and affordable housing units set aside for family ownership. As another point, as I stand here with all of you tonight, we are merely steps away from the Division of Affordable Housing, which we established in 2019 to help more residents get the help that they need to find an affordable house or place to live with their families. We're also working with the City Council from the legislative standpoint to preserve and expand affordable housing, from creating the city's first affordable housing ordinance to the state's first overlay program. The fact is, it's working. Hundreds of units are in queue or approved, and for the first time in years, we've seen the first affordable housing construction approved in areas that historically lacked affordable opportunities. We have more work to do, I'll be the first to say it, but our plan is working.